other ground belongs to you, then where do the rest of us go? As long as Nigeria is together, whatever is under the ground is given to all Nigerians. We have to manage it together. And once you go on this way, I will, let me say my own thing, and go.
Mr. President, I agree with you, sir.
Please, because this is the way we go. You say something, and we all look at you, at ourselves, and we keep quiet. We cannot keep quiet. Whatever God has given, what did you put in to get the oil under the ground? Or the gas under the ground? No! God put it all there. And those of you who are living in that area must get benefit better than those of us who are living elsewhere. That cannot be accepted. But for you to say, yes, it is your own, it is God's own for all Nigerians.
Thank you, Baba.
We must stop politicizing insecurity.
With the security challenge faced in the country, Global Peace Foundation Nigeria, in partner with Vision Africa, organized an inclusive security dialogue retreat at Abuja on the state of security in Nigeria, where various elder statesmen gathered together to dialogue on way forward to sustain peace in all regions of the country. Bishop Sunday Onuoha, President Vision Africa during the security dialogue retreat, said the current situation of Nigeria will not only affect some fraction but the nation as whole, and that is why stakeholders and leaders with moral authority should assemble to dialogue on the way forward.
The heinous act of barbarism, corruption, violent extremism, and the rise of ethnic militia groups that is involving our dear country, enveloping our dear country, whether propelled by ethnicity, religious intolerance, or sheer bigotry, will only lead to a meltdown that will engulf all of us, unless some influential stakeholders and leaders with moral authority, like we are fortunate to have assembled here today, deliberately promote dialogue, national cohesion, and hope. So-called influencers have betrayed the young ones, that now they thumb their nose at the heritage we once held so dear, and they stand against traditional institutions that give us the unique identity we pride ourselves by. We must take deliberate steps to close the gap between the aggrieved and the leaders by identifying trusted, objective, and reliable moderators who must coordinate the discordant tones into a harmonious melody that will bring about peace and reconciliation.
Sultan of Sokoto Mohammed Saad Abubakar assures Nigeria that there is hope to the problem faced by the country as the root of the problem has been identified.
Today's gathering again, one could say definitely there is hope in finding solutions to the numerous problems, numerous challenges facing us. Because I know all of us here believed and identified that we have problems in efforts to bring peace and stability to our country. Peace is the most important aspect of our lives, because without peace, you just can't do anything. You can't even worship God who created you to worship Him. And religion, we know, is an individual's problem between him and his maker. What leadership needs to do is to promote and provide a stable polity to enable me as a commoner to observe my religious beliefs freely, without any disturbance, without any let or hindrance.
He also called on all Nigerians to stop laying blames on each other, rather to love one another and go back to our holy books.
In Nigeria, we must stop laying blames. Whatever had happened, and will continue to happen unless we come together like this to address the situations, the problems. And that's exactly what we are doing this morning. We must not politicize insecurity, because Hunger does not know politics. Hunger does not know religion or ethnicity. And everybody has been complaining of hunger in the land, and it's true. But what we are seeing today across the world, that love is lost. We find people killing innocent people, either in the name of religion or either in the name of banditry or terrorism or whatever it is. And that's why we keep on calling on all of us to go back to our holy books and walk with the wordings of the Holy Quran for us Muslims and the Bible for Christians.
What we need to do is to build, like the Global Peace Foundation and Vision Africa, what they have been doing around the world, like building homes and schools, giving locals animals to breed, giving them medical attention, planting and engaging the community. This is all what we need to do with the Fulani herdsmen, to get them pipe down and drop their weapons. This is all what we need. And we don't have to wait for government. I have seen it, I practicalize it. I had a theory and I practicalize it. I went into a Janjala village, that is a village between Abuja and Kaduna, in the middle. Where was notorious for armed bandits. That was my first outing. 50 men came, said they are abandoning banditry. And I promised them a school. And I went there still to put a foundation. The day I put a foundation, the next day they have already started gathering under the tree, waiting for the school to be completed, and they have started studying even before the building was erected. We didn't finish the building with no plaster, no electrical or anything. They came, they said, please allow us to start using it. Now we have, between their women, their men and children, we have 600 students studying there. 600. Just imagine if we can do that in multiple places. You will look for a bandit and you will not find. But when you say kill them, this word kill them means killing them with their families. And the next thing they do, because they are primitive, I'm sorry to say, is revenge.
Former President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, said dialogue like this should be encouraged as it will bring various ethnic and religious leaders together to talk about the issue affecting the country. He also encouraged our leaders to show more political action than political will, as it is the only way forward.
This type of interaction is what we need. In fact, we need this on a daily basis to be able to talk to ourselves and talk among ourselves rather than talking at ourselves. I always say this: each and every one of us has solution for Nigeria problem, but each and every one of us is wrong. When you bring your own and you think it is perfect, then listen to the other man. But one thing I believe we all have in common: Nigeria. One thing that we have in common: Nigeria. Ijo nation, if you like. I have never used Yoruba nation, and I will never, because I believe that my Nigerianness is bigger than my Yorubaness. And neither my Yorubaness nor my Nigerianness should stand in the way of each other. People talk of political will. I talk of political action. Political will is not enough. Political will must be matched by political action. I believe that if we are able to deal with what I call the moral content of our relationship and our language through what I will call moral rearmament, then that will be one issue being resolved. And that will involve all of us, but particularly you, the clergy, Christians and Muslims. And if there are people who are also in other religions that you feel that there is somewhat they can do, yeah,
African religion.
yeah, then we will. No, I have nothing wrong with that. All right, but this the responsibility of all of us. Another thing that I will plead in this thing is, whatever we say here, or whatever we say in the corner of our houses, should be matched by what we say publicly. Some of us will say something differently, and we come out and say something at home and something different in the public. I believe honesty, integrity demand that we should say it, we should understand it, and say it and be able to. The point is this: I think we should say this to ourselves. No group in this country, in any part of this country, can dominate the rest of this country without their willingness to be dominated. If we do that, why don't we come together, put our hands together, and really forge ahead in unity, in understanding, and in mutual respect and mutual profit for all of us.
Stories we're hearing at this round table, outside this round table, the unending killings, the kidnappings, and the insecurity in the entire country. It's not a Southeast matter, it's not a Northwest matter, it's not a Northeast matter. It's a Nigerian problem. What is happening? Where are we heading? Because with insecurity, every other sector is down. You can't have investors. Kids can't go to school. The health sector can't work. You can't even do infrastructure because people will be scared. If you give them a contract to do road construction, they will be scared to get into certain communities. So every sector is in danger, and therefore the country.
If we are going to act as we are directed by the Holy Quran, I forgot the surah now, I will have quoted it. Yet, our other brethren didn't see anything wrong in it. My brother, who is doing very well, talking to bandits, didn't see anything wrong with it. But those bandits who are killing us, who are terrorizing us, can be admitted into the Nigerian soldiers when able budget are looking for jobs they can't. Come on, this is unfair.
Dorcas Olariwaju, Voice TV, Nigeria.